Hello, everyone. Welcome to this podcast. And my name is Sten Ivan, and I'm on the content team and social media with Live58.
And I'm John Christian, and today I'm going to be interviewing Sten about his time as a campus coordinator for Live58. Sten, how did you first hear about Live58?
I first hear about Live58 through social media. I am their follower on social media, on Twitter and Facebook, and I remember that I found out about them back in the fall of 2011 when they were first just came out, and they posted stuff on Facebook. They talked to people about their film, and I watched their film, and I requested the guides, the film guides, and the kit, and that's how I get connected with Live58.
That's great. How did you become a campus coordinator?
Yeah, as I said, I followed them on social media, and I remember they posted something on Twitter about campus coordinator position, which essentially the goal is to bring the presence of Isaiah 58 on campus and to live out the vision and mission of Live 58. And I looked at the job description, and I was really compelled by the works that a campus coordinator will be doing on campuses across the states. And I decided to apply for the position. And to my surprise, I got accepted and became the first campus coordinator for Live 58.
Okay. You talked about a job description. Now, what exactly did you do as a campus coordinator?
Since it was a very new program, it was a pilot program, so they were experimenting with several things, and I remember that some of the things that I did as a campus coordinator was to conduct interviews and just to talk to people about extreme poverty, because we wanted to know whether the younger generations, especially the college-age students, know about the issue of extreme poverty or not. And so I asked questions in my surveys, questions like, do you know that there are 1.4 billion people who live $1.25 per day? And to my surprise, a lot of them didn't really know. And it's just to see how the younger generation didn't know a lot about this issue. And my job at first just to create an awareness, to educate students about extreme poverty. And other things that I did is I do film screening. I did film screenings, and Live 58 has a very compelling documentary called 58 the Film. And then the movie really did a great job in showcasing, in explaining the issue of extreme poverty through personal stories. So they bring the audiences through to many countries, from Africa, India, to America. And I remember the audience was really moved and really bothered to know that, hey, there are a lot of people in the world who suffers every day because of poverty. And then I did, discussions and study guides after the film, and of course fundraising, because the idea is we want to challenge the younger generations to make an impact through tangible action. So at that time we have several projects that we, as an organizations, hope to fund, and because we partner with 10 organizations to end poverty. And I remember at that time we were talking about sponsoring 10 children through Compassion Internationals. So we'll just tell them, after do the film screening, after we did the discussions, we would challenge the students to sponsor a kid. So things like that. And then basically I did a lot of just getting the word out there. So I focus a lot on shouting, which is one of the 4 big elements of Live 58 as an organization. They wanted to pray, they wanted to fast, they wanted to give, and they want to shout. So shouting is basically getting the word out there and creating awareness and just like bombarding people with this information that may not always be pretty, but they need to know this because they are the truth.
Okay. You talked about giving and praying, fasting and shouting. But what other advice would you give to future campus coordinators to maybe help them with their time as a coordinator?
Yeah, I think that for you to be able to enjoy your position as campus coordinator and for you to make your job easier is that you have to believe that you are able to change the world through what are you doing as a campus coordinator. Campus coordinator is very vital and very important because you are the voice to the voiceless. So you know that there are sex trafficking happening in developing countries. You know that there are starvation happening in Africa. You know there's wars going on in Syria. But your friends and professors and staffs on your campus don't know that. So your job is to tell them and just to inspire them, to move them, to encourage them to do something about it. And in order for that to happen, you have to believe yourself that what are you doing is making an impact. Even though that you just showing a film or talking to people about poverty, you are making an impact. You have to believe that. You have to be confident and you have to be hopeful. I don't think this is a position for people who are really skeptical that we can end extreme poverty, but this is for people who wants to make a difference through simple acts of like everyday lives.
So it sounds like you're really moved and really impacted by the Live58 movement. But how has being campus coordinator changed your worldview overall?
Yeah, being a campus coordinator really changed the way I see things. It really taught me that there's hope out there, that even though there are huge amount of needs out there, darkness, oppression, poverty out there, being a campus coordinator have enabled me to believe that there's a solution for all of this. And I'm so encouraged by the younger generations. I think the biggest thing that I would take out from that we have a voice, the younger generations, the millennials, the 20-somethings students have a voice and they can change the course of the world through their voice. They can challenge others, they can encourage others, they can make an impact, they can take action, they can just move others and become world changers because I've seen that these people, once they know about it, they are passionate. They are so broken by the brokenness of the world, and they want to do something about it. And being a campus coordinator has enabled me to see that, and I've learned a ton from this position as a campus coordinator. I learned everything from the professional side of it, being a leader, and learning how to implement, how to coordinate projects, how to do fundraising, how to do film screening, and how to manage other projects and campaigns on campus. It really taught me to be, and spiritually I grow in a deeper relationship with God and with one another. And from there I have built so many meaningful relationships with other students and professors, and creating a partnership that for sure will be beneficial for me in the future.
It sounds like you had a really great experience being a campus coordinator and you learned a lot. Do you have any last advice for somebody who's thinking about becoming a campus coordinator or somebody who is already a campus coordinator?
Yeah, I would advise you to be really willing to challenge yourself, because being a campus coordinator is definitely a task, but it's very rewarding in a sense that you get to change the mindset of many young generations, from generation who don't know anything about social justice to generations that know about social justice, and that can make a difference in the business of changing the world. And you got to inspire others and to encourage others to be a world changer while you yourself becoming a world changer. And then be bold and be confident in what you're doing. Have faith that everything that you are fighting for is going to happen. That when you think and when you tell to others that we can end extreme poverty by 2035, it's going to happen. You just have to have that mentality that together we can make this happen. And I think it's easier if you can get a bunch of maybe your close friends or your small groups to get on board and just to advocate this issue on your campus, because it is a bit challenging if you're doing it by yourself. But once you have friends or partners that support you, I think it's so much easier and it's so much more fun if you're able to do that. So yeah, be bold, be confident, and have fun in what you're doing.
Great. Thank you, Sten. If you'd like more information about this, please visit our website at live58.org or email us at info@live58.org. Thank you.